everybody, and welcome to this video. This video we will be discussing Comic-Con 2020, the highlights, what we enjoyed about Comic-Con, what we will be talking about that stood out in our minds. So earlier I made a video about Comic-Con and what to expect. This was based on an article from Variety. And now the weekend is over, Comic-Con is over. Now we're going to look back at Comic-Con at all the excitement. One of the biggest items that we will be discussing as far as Comic-Con is the movie New Mutants. So this is supposed to be within the world of X-Men from 20th Century Fox Studios, now recently acquired by Disney and part of the Marvel subsidiary of Disney. New Mutants is a movie that the fans have been waiting for 2 years. In the panel they discussed how the release date has been changed 5 times. Is that true?
I couldn't count, but yeah, I'll believe it.
So the original release date for this movie was April 13th, 2018.
Ooh, spooky.
And now we are in the year 2020, and it's almost coming to an end. And people are wondering when the film's going to come out. So they made this really jokey teaser trailer, or this jokey trailer where they poked fun at themselves and how the release date is constantly changing. They showed the original release date, April 13th, 2018. Then it's crossed out. Then they show the additional release dates, and then it ends with the final release date, and they promise August 28th, 2020, and then it says fingers crossed. There were jokes during the panel saying how some people think that the movie's cursed because just when it's coming out close to release date, it has to be pushed back.
What was it? Well, you never know because your head's in the fucking mud bleep that. Your head's in the mud at every opportunity. What was it, like The Legend of Don Quixote or whatever, that like Terry Gilliam or some movie that was like in production for what felt like decades and decades and decades. Like, when's this movie coming out? When's this movie coming out? And then it came out and nobody cared. And I think it even came out last year or something. I was like, oh, finally it comes out, The Legend of Don Quixote. Nobody saw it, nobody cared. It came to no critical acclaim, no word of mouth, no nothing. Oh, cool. So I think New Mutants would probably... I mean, most people want to be excited for it to come out on Disney+. I wouldn't necessarily call that the graveyard of Disney movies. Poor, rest in peace, Artemis Fowl. But, like, I feel like it would get a lot more traction if it came out on Disney+, versus if whenever movie theaters finally decide to open, they drop it then, or if they drop it on VOD or whatever. I mean, we'll see.
Well, to quote Michael Scott from The Office.
So, double jeopardy. We are fine.
I don't think you understand how Jeopardy works.
What is double jeopardy? They have a problem here.
Isn't that Ashley Judd and Morgan Freeman?
But it was also in an episode of The Office.
Okay. And then Along Came the Spider. Was that also Ashley Judd? Or
Yes.
is there another one?
No, I don't think she was in that one, but it was in the same universe.
Is that Angelina Jolie?
No.
There was like a string of those like cop thrillers with Ashley Judd and Morgan Freeman. Where's that cinematic universe?
Well, she was in Double Jeopardy, Ashley Judd and Morgan Freeman.
Was Alex Trebek?
Then there was one before. I think along came
Polly.
the Spider.
Along Came the Spider.
There was one before that with Ashley Judd and Morgan Freeman. That was the one that takes place before, and then that one's the sequel.
So like
Molly
Seven
Sutton.
did really well, and Ashley Judd was kind of bored, and Morgan Freeman's like, I could do a couple more cop thrillers.
And so going back to what I originally said before we trailed off.
What do you mean? That wasn't the topic?
No, the topic was...
I got bored. New Mutants felt like the tangent. I'm pretty sure the AJMFCU was the main topic.
No, the original thing was as far as Disney Plus needs content. That's how Netflix is staying afloat with new content coming out frequently.
Yeah, it's a lot of mediocre movies nobody would watch otherwise.
And movie theaters also need to release content. So if you release New Mutants on Disney Plus, you get more subscribers, and you get to keep the subscribers that are still there. If you release it in theaters, you keep the movie theater chains happy. Because, you know, the movie theater chains are being bothered and annoyed that some studios are trying to release their movies, bypass movie theaters and go straight to VOD.
I guess, but the studios kind of need to survive too. I mean, studios employ people and they're trying to sell these things that can't be seen otherwise. They're trying to make some money. It feels unfortunate that the theaters are a byproduct of the whole global consequence of feigning health, long roundabout way of saying the thing. Because I wonder, is that a thing still? If you say the word, automatically you get demonetized?
It's not like we're getting monetized at all.
Yeah, thank God. Thank God this is only a hobby and nobody watches.
Yeah, we're at the bottom of the barrel, still waiting to become the cream that
That's
floats
cute
at
that
the
you
top.
think you're at the bottom of the barrel. You're like on the atomic sub-level in between the cracks at the bottom of the barrel.
Hey man, to quote Avengers, the what was that? The microverse?
Sure.
That's where things get done, in the microverse. That's how they stop Thanos.
In the space between spaces. Was that Avengers or something else? Doesn't matter.
Sounds like Interstellar. So, to wrap up the Comic-Con panel on New Mutants, I mean...
Oh, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, I'm excited. Can't wait for it whenever it comes out, whether it comes out on Disney Plus or theaters. I really want to check it out. People got to see the opening scene. And the opening scene is how it was rumored, and I guess it was rumored because it also happened in the comic books, where there's this big trauma scene that takes place for one of the
trauma
characters.
scene in Little China? Yeah, thank you for the... I'm here with bad jokes all day, folks.
You only get funnier the more I drink.
Which is none.
No, I'm going to drink right now. So to wrap up the panel...
Now you got to put it right up to the mic for all the ASMR fans.
To wrap up the panel, people got to see the...
Ooh, nothing but head. That's the way to do it.
People got to see the... cheers.
Right off camera.
Tastes like summer. To wrap up the panel, people got to see the opening scene, and in the opening scene, there's a trauma for one of the actors. Then they wake up in the ward, which I think it's based on the comic book. That's what I heard, how the comic book starts. These characters with superpowers don't know how they ended up in a ward.
Very cool. Mm-hmm. Now, I haven't seen one over the Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest minus, like, the last 15 minutes, catching it on a AMC Thanksgiving marathon or something. Is it trying to go for, like, a One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest vibes, or any other movie that takes place in an insane asylum? Jacob's Ladder or whatever?
Well, I haven't seen it, but speculation and rumor says that the movie takes place... You were right, the cup has too much head, and I'm going to have to drink it out of the can.
Shocker. See, when I ask these questions, I know you have no actual valuable information, so it's kind of a rhetorical question I'm asking to audience viewer, all 14 people that are going to watch this, who are going to comment maybe, and who I will not read their comment.
I'll read them and keep them to myself because you don't care.
But it does force a conversation to take place within the comment section, which theoretically should allow for a greater, what's the word I'm looking for? Where it gets people invested, but like the stupid business term that YouTubers use.
Monetize?
No, before monetize.
Content.
No, it's
growth. Branding.
Investing, whatever.
Investing.
I don't know. Whatever it gets them to do that.
Oh yeah, that's a thing where like you want audience participation as well.
Yeah.
Interaction.
Interaction? I don't know. Who cares?
It's like similar to that. So yeah, that's New Mutants. Well, everyone, thank you for watching this video. Enjoy more of our content by clicking on the following video, and if you want to keep up with what's up, subscribe.